That's the new player way of life there. Healing Cell, Bread Seeking, let's go, let's get in the game. And yeah, I don't know what to do with supply, so I don't want to take that. Let's go. Yeah, I feel we're missing out here. We're missing out a little bit from playing Healing Cell and Bread Seeking. So usually, I think those are the two beginner setup that I will recommend. At least for Yuki. If I were to talk about Yuki here, I think using purple and accelerate seems pretty basic. Pretty basic. It suits Yuki early game bully well, and you can use scrap metal for your weapon, for iron sheets, or you can use scrap metal for your slippers. So it's pretty good. That's the setup I could be using there. I think it's a good, and you can spam your accelerate. And if you don't have accelerate, okay, and you can't afford it because you want to save your gold for character, yeah, you can go bread seeking, I guess. But accelerate is the go-to accelerate. I was about to say go-to accelerate, but go-to aptitude pretty much for most character. Yeah, it's the best one. So if you want to get the best aptitude on your character, I think you could buy accelerate, and that would be helpful for you. So what can you upgrade? Let's see what we can upgrade. So we have dress shirt. Dress shirt is the first thing you can upgrade with if you get it, because it's RNG. You either get a dress shirt, a dress, or a bishop cassock. So what you do when you get a dress shirt? You get some cloths. So you get some cloth, 2 cloths. You need a second cloth to build a suit, and another one to build your Butler suit or your tuxedo. Well, over here you're probably asking which one do I craft? Do I craft the one with more armor, or I craft the one with less armor? You will craft the one with less armor, because the effect over here is really good. I mean, for a new player, it won't matter much, but as you get better the game and you play against better player, the lunar shield will help more than the +5 armor. So yeah, over time, against a good player, you'll be using the tuxedo, and if you'll be a whole new player, I mean, the Butler suit probably will be better. You won't reach much higher damage than 50, because if they have damage exceed 50, so when you get a dress over here, you'll start with the dress. You're looking to get a scissors to upgrade that. And here again, which one do I craft? For Yuki, you're going to go for Dragon Dobok though. Dragon Dobok, and you don't need the Chang Pao. Chang Pao is pretty much when you don't need the effect from Dragon Dobok, because they both have different effects. As you can see here, Wine Jockey, reduce half the stamina. And Dragon Dobok here prevents bodily injury caused by normal attack. So this one is the go-to standard. And if you don't need that, which is very rare, it's pretty much like only using Caddy pretty much. Or yeah, I wouldn't use it on much other character than Caddy for the Cheng Pao. I mean, because she can Caddy can with her speedy recovery skill here. She can recover her injury faster, so it's not worth doing Dragon Dobok on her. It's overkill. But on most characters, it's going to be Dragon Dobok, and especially on Yuki as well. Then finally, if you end up with the Bishop Cassock, because it's one of the 3, you have 2 options: Crusader armor or Clergy Cassock. When you're playing Yuki, you're probably going to craft a lot of Crusader armor though, because it's steel base. And when you craft a steel, if you don't know, you get 2 steel here. So the thing you can do with steel when you get 2 is craft a weapon with it. You're probably, as a new player, you'll probably craft a weapon with that. So since you have an extra steel from crafting your weapon, could be Bastard Sword, so you can do that. So when you start with the Bishop Cassock, you'll be crafting a steel, and you can use the extra steel to craft your weapon, which is the Bastard Sword here for Yuki. It's pretty good. Then after that, you'll probably upgrade it into Adesage here. Like I said, At this edge if you are on Bishop Cassock. Otherwise, you'll be going mono if you are on dress and dress shirt. Pretty much. And if you are not on purple, you can do the other weapon. B-max if you are on windbreaker. But let's do advanced. It's already too advanced, but if you are on windbreaker, you can do that. But those weapons, this one is RNG as well, so don't bother too much. Just focus on mastering your Hades Edge and your mono, and you should be doing very well in this game. If you can do those two with your purple for Yuki. They're very, pretty much, yeah. They're the most craft blade weapon, I'm pretty sure about that. Mono is, I know for a fact that mono is the most craft blade. But Hades Edge is probably pretty close to. After that, what do you, because you have an armor, but what do you build with your armor as well? So when you are on dress shirt and dress, you'll be looking to do some armor like that. Having Draupnir, or oops, let's add in some the alternate arm when you are on Iron Sheet as well. So when you are on Iron Sheet as well, you can do an arm, which is probably going to be Bazuban. So when you are on dress armor for Yuki, you'll be looking to do Dragon Dobok, like we said, Bazuban for your arm, Killer Heels for your boots, and the helm is probably a racing helmet. No, not a racing helmet. Probably a Tiara of Light. Yeah, probably a Tiara of Light. Because you do find the hairband in hospital. Not in hospital, but in temple. So, I did add those two here, but most likely a tiara on those setup. Hospital with the dress shirt. Dress shirt as well. I don't have the dress shirt here, but it's really an armor that you can tie. It's the same thing as pretty much as having a Dragon Dobok. They're very similar recipe-wise. So the rest of the armor is going to be the same as Dragon Dobok. Killer Heal for both, and your Helm will be Tiara of Light. So add that to your own bookmark, and you have a good build for your Yuki there on dress shirt and dress. And if you are on Bishop Cassock, you'll be looking to the route will be a little bit different though. You'll have to do a different location, but you'll be using Hades Edge as a weapon. You're going for steel armor this time, Crusader armor here, or sunset armor. Tiara of Light stays the same. You're going to do Draupnir this time as an arm. Boots, yeah, probably Bio Booster, and Accessory Schrodinger box. So it's a little bit. This build on the steel build will be different if you have Bishop Cassock, but 2 times out of 3 you'll be doing the other build with mono, but 1 time out of the 3 you'll be doing a Hades Edge with steel. Crusader, Tiara, sometimes close M too, because sometimes you do find the. Because it depends. If you get your fabric armor in temple, you'll have a hairband. If you get your fabric armor in archery range, you'll get a glasses, so you can do close M. And close M, of course, you can upgrade it too, but I usually like to start with the blue one, and we can upgrade later. So that's that. That's pretty much your build you can use for Yuki. One last thing for your quick start Yuki, you'll have to know a little bit about food. Since you start with bread, the most likely food you'll first learn as a new player is probably those recipes here, because you start with bread, so those are pretty good to learn first. Liquor bread. If you pass by hospital or school, you might find some alcohol. And after that, you probably have some water on you as well. You're drinking a lot of water to keep your stamina, but you can use your extra water that you have here, and you get some upgrade your bread here. It's good to know this one as a new player. Same thing for your garlic bread. If you find garlic, you can also upgrade your bread with that and get more value, of course. And also if you find some chocolate, and chocolate you'll find that in Uptown. And then we have Mahjong Pan. If you go by pound, you'll find some carp over here, and it's another one you can upgrade. So if you go back at the map here, you have some hospital, some school, some pawn action, hot town, hotel. I'll have stuff for upgrading your bread. And boiling water, as a new player, it's a very good one to know as well. It's pretty much basic 101 with your bread here, because you started with water as well. So boiling water is another great to know. A great recipe for a new player to know, to get some food. So you can cook your ramen in it. If you find some curry in the whole uptown, you can boil it as well. Oriental concoction, if you find some Oriental grass in trail forest, you can boil that too. And for your stamina, those are already food, but you can use boiling water for stamina as well, so even better. So if you find some branch in the forest, trail, cemetery, a whole branch area, you can do some stamina instead of resting for that. Honey, if you go by hotel, if you go by town hall, you can do some stamina with that. So boiling water is pretty good. Lighter in water, yeah. You'll use that a lot for stamina and food. You can do coffee as well in uptown. And finally, I wouldn't bother too much with the herbal tea. It's very niche. So, and you can find heist as well. Yeah, because the herbal tea. The problem with the herbal tea, you'd rather use the herb for food. So it's another one that you can learn right away too. I went on grass plus flower. Yeah, because you probably be using Oriental grass for Oriental concoction. But if you don't have boiling water, just know that you can also do herb with a flower. Those are pretty basic. And after that, the good thing about herb is you can upgrade it even more with a glass bottle. Glass bottle, it's only available in tunnel, but if you have some herb and you're looking to upgrade your herb, yeah, you can find some glass bottle for that. So those are pretty basic food there. Stay at it. You have food, you have armor, and you're ready, and you have a setup ready to crash with Yuki. Let's go.